Guys, what did I just do? I just did something called Unstifling. Now, I hope I didn't fuck up your audio. I hope I didn't hurt your ears, but pretty much what I just showed you was something I actually do pretty much any time before I have some sort of business meeting, some sort of thing where it counts. Crazy story, right? I had this huge YouTuber make a roast video about me. The video went on to get 3 million views, and then he actually invited me onto his podcast. Now, this individual has 1.2 billion views on YouTube, and I think he has like 6 million subscribers on his channel. And he invited me on his podcast to kind of share my side of the story of what it's like to be a dating coach, pickup coach, right? And I was fucking nervous. I was like, is this guy gonna roast me? He's a comedian. Is he gonna troll me? What's gonna happen? And so I was actually like fucking nervous. Well, I started doing some unstifling exercises. Now, I'm gonna actually teach you right now some unstifling exercises that change your emotions and physiology, that allow you to get in a heightened emotional state. And you can actually do this before you have a sales call, for example, a business meeting, a date, or maybe even before you hit the bar club or go out and do day game, okay? Really interesting. Well, essentially what we will do is we will do vocal exercises where pretty much, hey, hi, hey, how's it going? Or we will pretty much let it out fully. Whoa, hey. So essentially what we're showing you is that we are letting it go freely. We're essentially going all out. We are not stifling ourselves. We're being unstifled. Now, that's a very basic, very, very basic vocal exercise that you can do, where essentially you don't want to let it in, you want to let it out. You don't want to hold it in, you want to let it out. You want to let it out fully. Now, you want to do it from your diaphragm, your gut, your inner core, not your throat, not your chest, okay? And you can literally even do this in public. I used to do this in public back in the day. If you search up Justin Mark Unstifling on YouTube, you will literally see videos of me screaming in public many, many years ago in public. What does this do? And this is kind of embarrassing. It's kind of weird, but virtually what you're doing is you're embarrassing yourself in public. You're showing yourself proof that nothing matters. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You're showing yourself mental proof, not promises, that you're safe in that environment, that if you scream, if you get out of your comfort zone, if you do whatever the fuck that's crazy, whether it's a cold approach or screaming, whatever it is, you're safe in that environment. Nothing bad is going to happen. Nothing bad is going to happen to you. Now, this is a crazy, cringy, awkward, weird fucking thing to do. It is, isn't it? Isn't it fucking insane? Imagine going to a public, crowded place, maybe an outdoor shopping center where it's crowded, and you do this and you get kicked out by security, right? So you obviously got to be logical of how you do this. Well, if you do this in a place where you can't get kicked out because maybe you're already outside, and there's a lot of people, and everyone's gonna stare at you, it's gonna be very fucking weird. Well, guess what? You let go of that social pressure. Everyone thinks you're a crazy crackhead weirdo, but then nothing matters. You realize, oh, everything's fine. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I can control my own fucking reality. Now, you also want to mix this with social calibration and realize, like, look, don't be too crazy, because, like, you can get banned from places, right? You can get even banned from public venues, right? So, unstifling is a very interesting technique. Another thing you can do is actually play music and do jumping jacks. Fist pump. If you guys actually search up Tony Robbins physiology on social media or YouTube or Google, you'll actually see videos of him doing this at his events, at his seminars, where he's actually teaching people to get in a heightened emotional state before doing business. So he'll play crazy EDM music and be like, everybody make some noise, fist pump. And you go to these like business conferences where Tony Robbins is, you know, teaching business, and then you just see everyone like raving in suits, and they're like, ah, they're jumping up and down, like, and it's just this crazy fucking thing. And what you're doing is you're getting yourself in a heightened emotional state. You're changing your physiology. Motion creates emotion, right? And so by jumping up and down, being crazy, being out there, being loud, being expressive, being unstifled, you're letting go, you're being unstifled. By screaming in public, being unstifled, you're letting go. I used to do this really interesting experiment back in the day on boot camp where I would literally take my students to a crowded area, okay, very crowded place in public, and I would scream, I just lost my virginity, woo! And I'll get like all the friends in the area to clap, and woo! And we create this like almost like flash mob effect where everyone's like, ah! And like it was so fucking trippy where like I would go to these like fucking random places, and oftentimes people just like look and their reaction, they're like, oh cool, this guy just lost his virginity. Okay, right? But oftentimes people would be like, woo! I remember one time I was in college, literally in the hallway in between classes, and there's a very crowded hallway, and I was actually with my wingman, and we did this little exercise just for the lulz. We thought it was be fucking hilarious. And dude, I had a hallway of like 200 people walking around, just being like, woo, woo, cheering and screaming the entire. It was infectious. Everyone was just like, ah, woo, ah. It was such a weird fucking thing to see how we used our energy and our influence and our demeanor and our stifled energy and our voice and our communication and our body language to spread the energy almost like a virus and affect everybody. Very, very crazy, very weird. Now, I don't even practice this kind of thing much anymore. And maybe I should. Maybe I fucking should. But I don't necessarily need to do it to get laid at this point. But I do feel like early in the journey, earlier in, this is actually something you should practice. So this is still something I teach my students. This is still something I think earlier guys who are learning game should practice on stifling techniques, being loud, being expressive, being creative, using this to get into a heightened emotional state. Even as I did this, I wasn't thinking I want to sit here and film videos, right, and create content for you guys. I was even thinking, like, you know what, I want to take a break. I want to go shoot fucking people in Fortnite. I want to go play video games. I want to go dick around, take a break, read about Bitcoin or whatever, right? But even just doing that stifling exercises, hey, woo, right? Maybe like jumping jacks, fist pump, make some noise, yeah, like music. Right away, I'm in a heightened emotional state. I could probably just sit here and shoot content for another fucking 5 hours now. Seriously, right? It's actually pretty fucking trippy. Motion creates emotion. We're changing our physiology here. I'm literally changing my fucking emotions. So if you're ever at the club, a bar, or even a daytime venue, day game, and you're feeling nervous, you're feeling anxious, you're feeling stifled, you're feeling negative, you're feeling low energy, you don't feel like doing it, well, you can literally change your physiology. You can literally change your emotions. You can literally change your state of mind. It's all in a state of mind. It's all mental. And you can change it by changing your emotions, by changing your physiology. Isn't that crazy? Kind of like using power poses. Think about this, right? You can smile, and it automatically puts you in a positive state of mind. You can laugh. Automatically puts you in a positive state of mind, right? You can do confident body language poses, right? Confident, chest out, shoulders back, chest out, shoulders back, right? Put your hands on your waist. Deep breaths. So power poses, right? Put your hand on your hips. Deep breaths. Getting more oxygen automatically puts you in a heightened state of emotions, puts you in a heightened state of mind, and it makes you more confident, more alpha, more charismatic automatically. And you can probably even see subtly my own emotions and my own charisma changing on camera as we speak. Really powerful stuff. Unstifling. It's very crazy. Search up Justin Mark Unstifling and you'll see videos of me doing this back in the day, many years ago. And it's very interesting where, again, if you do this now, right, and you practice this stuff now, you're going to sort of almost build an anchoring system where, think about this, if you're ever stifled and you're ever in your head and you're very, anxious and very, again, in your head, and you start practicing unstifling, you start practicing this material, well, when you scream, whoa, or you let it out, and you express freely, and you unstifle, right, like I just did, or you, again, breath work, or power poses, or make some noise, music, maybe it's at a club or a bar, daytime venue, or you just want to get in a heightened emotional state, so you're in the shower before you do day game, blasting music and fist pumping, right? Or jumping jacks, right? Getting your heart beating, get your heart rate up, getting your heart rate up, right? Well, what you're gonna start doing is you're gonna start anchoring adrenaline. You're gonna start anchoring adrenaline. Because what I just did on this video in front of you guys, which is crazy, I didn't realize I even still knew how to do this, but clearly I do, is get yourself in a heightened emotional state. I feel adrenaline now. I literally feel adrenaline coursing through my fucking veins. I can literally feel it in my heart, chest, and body. Seriously, I was feeling it by getting myself in a heightened emotional state, okay? And what that's gonna allow you to do is, again, wake up. It's like natural caffeine. It's like natural Red Bull. It's like natural energy. It's crazy, trippy shit. And so naturally, you get yourself in a heightened emotional state. And so that way, you don't have to feel down, negative, closed off, socially awkward, and just in your head. Very interesting, very powerful. And this is a very interesting gimmicky way that does work to get yourself in that heightened emotional state. And use this for fucking really anything. Anytime you're feeling negative or tired or whatever. It's like Red Bull, but natural. Woo! All right, guys, give it a try. Practice this. I truly want you to practice this material. I truly want you to practice unstifling. Okay? But realize you don't have to do it, and it is kind of cringy. And again, if you do this in public, it's fucking insane. People are going to literally think you're insane. But who gives a fuck? Anybody who has been seen as crazy by history ended up achieving something or doing something worth mentioning, right? So step out of your comfort zone and let it out. Be you, be yourself, be expressive.